Hey, I'm back. Turned out to be a day different. So, no problem. The tea's just next to it, so be careful not to knock it over. She nods appreciatively, but judging from the slightly weak smile she has, the warning wasn't really necessary. I suppose the sound must have tipped her off to its position. We both tuck into our food without further ado. Wasn't that a play? Oh no, that was Much Ado About Nothing. Both of us remaining largely silent as we do so. Lily isn't the type to appreciate discussion while eating, and I can't say I like it either. Eventually we finish both our meals, and the last of our teacups follows in short order. Lily's the first to break the silence. That was very nice. I must say you've chosen quite well, Hisao. This is the first time I've really had much of a look around the city, so all I could really do is choose somewhere that looked nice. Damn, sorry. I feel really bad for inadvertently bringing up the subject of sight around Lily. Well, Hisao, you've done it like 10 times already. Now you're feeling bad? But she doesn't appear to mind much. Quite the opposite, she almost looks amused by my awkward attempt at an apology. You are thoughtful, Hisao, but sometimes I fear that it gets the better of you. There's no need to change your speech on my account. Lily is truly pretty comfortable in dealing with her condition. I still hasten to change the subject as I can't really say that I share her confidence in the matter. Have you lived here very long? It seems like you have this place pretty much sorted out. She quickly waves her hand in front of her face to dismiss the notion. It's nothing like that. I've attended Yamaku since the start of high school, but I didn't walk around the city very much because Akira, my sister, picked me up and dropped me off. Oh right, you mentioned not living in the dormitories until recently. It's quite a surprise. I just assumed she'd be living here since entering Yamaku at the least, which would give her a few years here. She lived with my I've lived with my family for most of my life, then I was just together with my sister, with my family having moved to Iverness long before. Iverness? Is that in Ireland? Or not Ireland? Iceland? No. How am I missing this? And Akira working longer hours, I ended up having to move. Iverness? Oh, Scotland. Isn't that somewhere in Scotland? Oh, did I not tell you? My family currently lives in Scotland, the birthplace of my mother. My father's side is mainly Japanese, though. Huh. The question of what gave Lily her looks did cross my mind every now and again, but I never thought to ask. That answers that then. To be honest, I'd never have guessed. Considering you have no accent, I'm guessing you were born here? Full marks. I am thankful for my heritage though, as without it I would likely have not been taught English so early in my life. I wish I would taught another language early on. I don't really care what, but just to be bilingual would be pretty cool. And what of you, Hisao? What about me? She gives a moment's thought. She probably should have thought what to ask me before switching the topic. I'll go with, what are your plans for the future? To be honest, I haven't thought that much about that recently. After my accident and subsequent months in the hospital, enjoying my life here with you and Hanako has been enough for me. She's gonna get a depressed face, watch it happen. Oh, it didn't happen yet. It's gonna happen though. In fact, I don't think I've thought at all about a future for some time now. It seems almost futile. There it goes. This is your last year of school. After this, you will have to fend for yourself one way or another. It's not like I don't know that. I just haven't put much thought into it since then. She opens her mouth to continue, but gives a small sigh instead. She seems to have realized that what is that? She doesn't know enough about my situation to go deeply into this. Well, we all have our own pace. I just hope that you'll take any chance you see. I understand. I'll think about it. Where are we now? Ow. So that's kind of random at the top of that building. As we walk back out into the city, Lily takes hold of my arm once again. So, did you get any good ideas for a present? Hisao, I'm thinking bookshelf? Or a bunch of books. What else did that guy that wrote Life of Pi? Wasn't that his only book? I don't know. I think it was. Or if there were very few. Life of Pi movie is coming out. This game was made this year though, so I don't know. Actually a while ago, 2009, but released this year or something, I don't know. Something about chess though. Something chess related, like a giant chess pillow or something. I have no idea. Giant chess pieces. That'd be pretty cool if you got a giant chessboard and played with like real people. That'd be kind of creepy as well, but I think it'd be fun. To be honest, no, I've never been good at picking them. As absurd as it sounds, perhaps we should just look around. Hearing Lily utter those words throws me for a moment. Right, how do we do that? That's just the reaction I was expecting. It's simple. Yeah, I clicked again. You can go window shopping and just tell me what's around. If something interesting comes up, then we might get an idea. Right, I'm still not sure of this, but I'll take your word for it. I think we'll manage. Hanako, my sister, and I managed to do it well enough. With Lily's simplistic and rather optimistic statement, we set off into the shopping district of the city, and I start describing everything I see to Lily. It's hard to think of Hanako going window shopping. She doesn't feel like the type to place much stock in fashion, nor have I noticed her reading magazines or the like. In fact, all I think I've really seen her do as a hobby is read books. There's a houseware shop just ahead. It looks mostly crockery though. Looks like it's mostly crockery. Crookery? I don't know. I can't think that she'd have much of a need for that, and what type of message would that send to her? Cook more food? That's not such a bad idea, maybe. Sometimes it's best to leave those things alone, Hisao. Crossed the line somewhere, I don't know what. Once again, I get the feeling that Hanako's exploits in the kitchen aren't always successful. Lily must have had to help her with that sometimes. Let's see. Next along is a bookshop. That seems like a good one. She's always reading. Yeah, but there are a few problems with books. I'm not quite sure what she has and hasn't read. What about a gift card then? Nope, that's a failed gift. Don't even say it. There's nothing as impersonal as giving someone a gift card. It's like saying, I don't know enough about you to work out what you like. I always thought of it as making sure they got what they wanted. Then you should just give them cash. Giving people gifts is supposed to show the level of affection you have for them. If you can't decide on a simple gift for them, then how much could you think of them? Right, no gift cards. Lily seems overly passionate about this, but I can see her point. If you're going to get something for someone, then you should at least put some thought into it. If I want to get something for Hanako that reminds her of us every day, then what good is a gift card? In that case, what did you get Hanako last year? A porcelain doll. I thought that if she had someone to talk to, it might ease her pain. A doll isn't ever going to criticize her after all. So should I be looking for a doll shop? If you could be so kind to keep a lookout for one, I would be grateful. Sounds good to me, though I wish you'd mentioned it earlier. But if I did that, you wouldn't have started thinking for yourself, would you? Once again, Lily has a point. My brain is currently analyzing every store we pass for gift options. If Lily had mentioned a doll shop to begin with, I wouldn't have thought of anything else. We wander through the city streets, but seem unable to find anything that resembles a doll shop or anything that I could consider a fitting present. The act of searching is starting to clear my head. The events of last week are starting to fade away, and I'm looking forward to giving Hanako her gift. If I can find one, that is. This is hopeless. I thought we'd be able to find something in the city for sure, and I'm sure we've walked down this street at least once before. That almost sounds like you're giving up, Hisao. You are just giving up, Hisao. I'm not, but it's a lot harder than I thought. Try not to be so restricted in your thinking. Maybe we should actually go into some shops and have a look around. That might work. I've never really been good at window shopping. Lily and I circle around the city streets once more, this time popping into stores that catch our attention. In the end, though, nothing comes up as especially appropriate. Hanako's tastes are often quite hard to pin down at the best of times, thanks to her intensely private nature, and those tastes we do know are hard to accommodate. May we take a break for a minute? I'm a bit exhausted. What are we doing? We're in the middle of the road. I agree and leave Lily to rest against a railing while I go get a couple of drinks from a nearby vending machine. After walking up to the vending machine and grabbing myself some lemonade, I find myself at a bit of a loss. Not really knowing Lily's taste, I decide to take a guess and grab something that seems a little girly, but not too weird. Strawberry-flavored milk. Back. I walk up to her and place the carton into her outstretched hands, making sure she has a grip on it before letting go. She feels out its contours before opening it and taking a very tentative sip. Her approving smile afterwards tells me that I made the right choice. We both rest and have a quiet drink for a few minutes. What is that, a phone? A familiar soft ringing begins to sound from Lily's side. She quickly apologizes as her hand goes into her pocket, pulling out her mobile phone. Do you mind if I take this? It's fine, don't worry. It's gonna be Hanako. She nods to me and thanks before turning away and flipping the phone open, bringing it to the side of her face as she picks up the call. Going by the tone of Lily's voice, the person on the other end is no doubt some friend or another. I tune out of their conversation pretty quickly, as the snippets that Lily says make it sound little more than gossip. Without much else to do, I find myself watching Lily. She really is a pretty girl, which would hardly hurt her popularity in school. It's interesting just how much Hanako and Lily contrast with each other in both personality and appearance. For a few minutes, I just lean back and drink, watching her. That's really creepy. Before long, Lily says her goodbyes to the person she's talking to and hangs up before her phone, placing her phone back in her pocket and leaning back against the railing as before. Sorry, just a friend from class. I take one final swig from my can before throwing it into the bin. Lily gives me her carton to throw away soon after, finishing it off relatively quickly. You seem to have a lot of friends. Oh? Lily waits for me to continue, her interest piqued. I was just thinking that you and Hanako contrast really heavily. It's hard to imagine Hanako doing a lot of the things you do or knowing the people you do. No. You seem to think about Hanako quite a bit. I don't know. It's just, she's mysterious, I guess. I kind of want to know more about her, which isn't that easy. It almost sounds like you're doubting your relationship to her. I don't think it's that. I just want to do more for her, being her friend and all. I don't even really know how she sees me. This statement seems to interest